standing right in the middle of snow. Good morning, everybody. Today is a day that we are preparing to possibly get snow. So I'm going to take you along with me as I do some things around the house to prepare for the weather, to prepare for a possible power outage, and to just have a good day of homemaking. So come on and we'll spend the day together. So today is Friday. Our school does homeschool on Friday, but we do have like an outdoor learning day. They're not going to do the full outdoor learning day because it's normally in the afternoon, but we are going to meet this morning for an activity from 10 to 12. So we will be leaving here in 30 or 40 minutes, something like that. I decided it would be a good idea for everybody to get showers and wash hair and all of that, just in case we are without power for, you know, a short or an extended period of time. So my hair is almost dry. I'll go in here and dry it the rest of the way. I've done my makeup and I'm going to change out of my lounge suit into something else. I have a cookie recipe that I have been wanting to try, and I got the recipe off of an Instagram story. So I will go back and show you how I made those this morning. They are in the oven now. I've got to go tend to a couple of things outside, and then when we get back, there's some things that I need to do as well. So yeah, let me show you how I made the cookies. I found myself wanting to spend a lot of time in the kitchen over these last few days. Sometimes cooking can feel like a big task, and sometimes it feels like something that I don't necessarily want to spend my time on, but most of the time it feels very therapeutic to me. Sometimes I like to bring the kids alongside with me and let them help, and then sometimes it's really my time. It's my time to have quiet and focus on something that is a step-by-step task. So today I'm making this recipe for the best chocolate chip cookies ever. I told my husband that I was going to make these, and he cautioned me about best ever recipes. And I'm very familiar with this. It's a big claim, and I often find that recipes that make this claim sort of underdeliver. So that's something that, you know, you kind of have to field whenever you're doing the recipes. So if you'll notice in this shot, my mixer is a little out of control. So what happened, I don't know if any of you can relate to this, but I was reading the recipe and it was saying a pound of butter, and my brain said cups. So I know that 2 sticks of butter equals a cup. And it also said to add Crisco, but I thought that's more than a cup. But we weren't going for a cup, we were going for a pound. So at first I didn't add that block of Crisco, and you can see that we have this crumbly pie dough type texture. So I'm going back in after I've added all my dry ingredients, which is not the order that you're supposed to do it, and I'm adding in that Crisco. So it took a while, it took some moving things around in the bowl, but I finally got it to a more cookie dough-like texture. So I got all of my cookie dough balls out on a sheet. I didn't line them with parchment, and they didn't stick at all. So I was very pleasantly surprised about that. So I'm just taking a few moments to clean up my cooking area. I do try to clean as I go as much as possible because we live in a small space. So anyway, there's my mishap. Now, were the cookies the best ever? No, but because of my mishap, I wonder if they might have turned out differently. I really like the texture of a cookie whenever it rises and sinks and is sort of more flat. These, you'll see in a moment, were very puffy. So if I were to do it again, I would make sure I added all of that shortening and butter beforehand, and maybe they would turn out better. I don't know. But they were still edible. We boxed them up and took them to our school function today, and the kids ate them no problem. So no complaints there. I find the science behind cooking really interesting. As I was looking this up, I was looking at the different things that can contribute to your cookies being different textures or different rises. It was talking about the amount of leavener and the type of leavener you use. It also was talking about your eggs, and maybe you have overbeaten the dough. So definitely several of those things could have been at play here. But anyway, like I said, the kids ended up liking them just fine, and we have some for later. So we're headed out to school. I wanted to show you, I made a little cottage cheese bowl with some frozen fruit and some toppings. So we're going to head out, and I'll catch up with you when we get back. All right, so it is somewhere around 5 o'clock, It is just flurrying, but it's snowing. I'm standing right in the middle of snow. My parents have an outdoor patio with a fireplace, and it is a very peaceful place to be. Well, good morning. Hello, I have no makeup on. My hair is just pulled back because it has been not a snow day, but an ice day. The snow was, if I'm going to be honest, it was really disappointing. We walked over to my parents' house because we live next door to them, and I was so excited. That was when I showed you guys the snow on the trampoline and the snow like falling in my face and everything. And by the time we walked to my parents, it had switched from snow to sleet, and we never went back to snow after that. So yeah, not what we were hoping for, but it's been a great morning. We made the best of it. So I'll show you guys what we did, the time we spent outside, and then what we've done since then. Alright, it's Saturday morning, the day that was supposed to be a snow day, and it's been kind of a nice day, but anyway, we're making the best of it. I am trying a new recipe. These are called roll-up sourdough pancakes, so it's really like a crepe. So I will link the recipe down below. The website is Amy Bakes Bread. I just started following her on Instagram recently, and a lot of her recipes look really good. I will link this down below. So actually, I think this one is ready to flip. You're supposed to wait until they kind of bubble up and then let it cook for 30 seconds on the second side. So I've got those going, and then this is the batter. So it's super easy because you just mix everything and put it in the blender. In addition to that, we have homemade hot chocolate going back here. I've shared that recipe many times. A cup of sugar, a 1/4 cup of cocoa, 4 cups of water, and a can of evaporated milk. And I'm actually going to lower the heat on that because it's getting to the point where it's combined. And then this is Chunky Monkey oatmeal, but I'm trying it with quick cooking steel cut oats instead of rolled oats because my mom makes it this way and I like the texture. Let me show you the recipe. I got this online a couple of years ago, and my whole family makes it now, and it's so good. And I think I had said this in my last video whenever I talked about the waffles, that they were only sweetened with a little bit of honey, but this is the same. So at the very end, you put in a little bit of honey and then you top it with chocolate chips. So I followed this exactly, except for this is double, and I used quick cooking steel cut oats instead of rolled oats. These are fun to make. I think I could make these all day. And kids are over here just doing some leftover Christmas crafting, so they have had a good time with these craft kits. one on the one side.
Instead of that whiskey, can I use this too?
Yep, we're good.
Mommy, can I use this for the hot chocolate too, Mommy? Mommy. Can I use this for the hot chocolate too, Mommy? Mommy. Kind of tastes good. Not exactly like done.
Okay.
Know that it was me.
You can just tell.
Very much hot chocolate. Have you? Oh my God! I can use nail paper.
You forgot about those, didn't you?
Yeah.
So yeah, we had brunch and then I got sleepy. So I took a nap, the kids watched Beauty and the Beast. I cleaned up the kitchen, the dishwasher's going now, supper's in the crock pot, and it's a new recipe, so if it's good, I will share that with you guys. But right now I need to move my body. The kids need some outside time, I need some fresh air, and I need to get some steps in, so we're gonna go outside and go for a walk / play. All right, so here is how the ramen turned out. I did sample a little bit of it and it is so good. So I will link the recipe down below. You brown the ground beef ahead of time, and so I did that, and I sauteed some red onion in the pan because I had some I needed to use, and then I put in the ground beef and added some garlic towards the end of it, and then I also added salt and pepper, garlic powder, and onion powder. And then you just add that to your slow cooker with matchstick carrots and a red pepper that's sliced thinly and scallions. And then you mix up a sauce of, let's see, what was it? Chicken stock and soy sauce and brown sugar. And then you let that cook 4 to 6 hours on low. And then for the last 30 minutes, you add in your ramen noodles, and then you top it with sesame seeds and scallions. And it smells so good. So again, I will link that down below. We actually just had some friends over and they had a play date, so that was really fun, and they've just gone home. So I am actually going to wrap this video up here, and we are just going to enjoy a quiet evening. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll be talking to you next time.
I did my rainbow. Because that one has a sphere.